Hold on.
Okay.
Now we're live.
Well, why didn't we go? Oh, did I? Oh, I didn't hit the broadcast, did I? Ah, okay. Out of practice. Anyway, so
There we go.
it happened a few months, like a month and a half ago, and it just wasn't going away, and it just got. And that Monday before the BCA, which was on, we were leaving. Me, Morton, his son, and a couple other guys were going to leave that Thursday morning. And I'm just like, something's not right. So I went to the urgent care on Monday. They put me on some antibiotic, blah, blah, blah. What's up, Miguel? Welcome aboard. And some,
What's up,
what do you call it? Steroid cream. So and there's a pretty generic antibiotic that usually works for a lot of things. Well, it made things worse because it turns out I was allergic to it.
Really?
So that's when Wednesday night came, and I was just like, "Oh man, I don't know. I can't. I don't. I'm going to suffer through this trip. I can't do this." And I'm lucky I didn't, because by the time I got to the hospital that night, they said another day you could have been septic. So the infection was that bad. So anyway, fast forward, did my antibiotics in the hospital for a week. Went home Sunday, and they put me on a 5-day regimen of antibiotics. I took it for 3 days, and I was just like, Monday I went back to the hospital because I couldn't breathe. I was short. Right. It was just like, how you can you get hit in the stomach, you can't catch your breath. I had that. I was like, Dave, something's not right. I had gone to work. I said, you got to meet me at the emergency room. I got to go. And they did a whole battery test again, 8 hours, blah blah blah, and all that. And they said, dude, there's nothing wrong, man. We show all your numbers are good. Your white blood, your white count, blood cell count, everything just perfect. No blood clots, nothing. He says you got to go home and wait it out. I was like, I was just like, this. I can't do this. This is no sleep, no nothing. And she goes, I said on Wednesday, I said, did he say how long? He said, no, nothing wrong. Because he said you got to suck it up. I was like, all right. And she goes, did you ever look at the side effects of the antibiotic?
Right.
And I was like, no, I didn't even think of it, because I was fine in the hospital. And it turns out this antibiotic, number one side effect, causes shortness of breath. So what did I do? I stopped taking it. I know I did against what the doctors say not to do, but now everything seems to be better, a lot better. I do want to thank Dr. Gabby Caffey, because I did call him when I was deciding whether to go or not, explain what was going on. I told him, I said, I don't think I have COVID, and I don't want to take adjustables, so I'm backing out. I have to back out. And I know I missed a lot. The guy said it was a great time.
I missed it.
No, I'm breathing. I'm not sick. From what I hear, dude, we both missed a fantastic time.
Yeah, I've spoken to a few manufacturers, and they said they had a great time.
Yeah, between going to the hotel afterwards, and before, hanging out in the courtyard, just everybody just sitting around. There's about 35, 40 people out there smoking, manufacturers, people staying at the hotel, all that good stuff. But I got to ask you, and we spoke a couple of times. You called me while I was in the hospital, and I appreciate that, because, dude, hospitals are boring as all get out, man. I mean, you can only watch so much Dr. Pimple Popper and all this other crap they got on these stupid ass channels. But why did you take a break from Cigar Enthusiast?
When I was doing, can you guys hear me?
What's
okay?
Up,
we had a little storm coming through here. We got a lot of clouds, so my internet goes in and out. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear me okay, Bones?
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, so truthfully, while I was doing Cigar Enthusiast, prior to that I was working in a cigar lounge, 2 of them to be honest. And I got into the industry to work with Tarazona Cigars as a rep. I needed to, in order for me to, so Jerome Barry, my brother, you can't see it this way here. Boom. Right there, baby. Right there, Jerome. JB, love you,
Is he
brother.
still making coins? Does he still do coins?
JB does everything for everyone. You don't even know that his coins are out there, but you see them every day. You see them every day.
I want to work on one. But anyway, go ahead, man. You want to work with
So,
Tarazona Cigars?
yeah, I went to work with Tarazona Cigars as a rep, and I've never been a rep before. And I had a lot to learn. And actually talking to JB in the last couple of weeks, and me and him talk on and off. He's
Hold
one
on,
of my,
hold on, just a second. I'm sorry. Hey, everybody, if you logged in, log back out because you're showing up as Facebook user. You have to allow StreamYards to post your comments. Because I
go to the bottom of the
no
post.
idea who that is. I'm sorry. Yes.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry, Ray. Go ahead.
JB is one of my very good friends, so we talk often. He gives me great advice, and him and I were talking about me coming back, doing Cigar Enthusiast, and he gave me some great advice. He's like, honestly, I told him, I don't know if I could come back, right? I've been out of the game for good 5-6 months, man, and just focusing on work. And he said, just be you. Come out.
Long, has it?
Yeah, it has. Yeah. He's like, get on the show. He goes, jump on there, explain everything you've been doing the last 6 months, and jump back on the saddle and do what you do. But when I was trying to juggle way too much. When I was working at the cigar lounge, a lot of you saw I was doing Cigar Enthusiast live from the lounge while I was working, right? So I'm dealing with customers, dealing with the show, going back and forth. It's impossible. I couldn't allocate time to do that. And then when Tarazona came, learning a new business, right? Training myself on this job, calling all the reps that a lot of us see on podcasts, and getting advice and running into them in the field and learning from them really took up my time as well. And I just couldn't find time to do the show. I had a new career to learn. At the same time, I wanted to bring everything I'm learning into Cigar Enthusiast, right? One of the things I had talked about months ago when I started doing this job was showcasing what a rep does in the field, right? But I learned really quickly that people's feelings get hurt when you call them out, right? Whether it be manufacturers, who tend to be assholes in the field, right? Reps that could be your that you've known for years, could be your best friend in your face when you're in a crowd where everyone's kind of mingling, but then run into them when there's nobody looking. You don't exist, right? Brick and Mortars, who I support 110%. My collection behind me says so. That understand that I'm there to sell cigars. They sell cigars for a living, right? I'm a salesman. That's what a rep is, right? I'm a glorified salesman for a cigar brand. And I say glorified in a good way. I'm living the rock star life, right? As a cigar rep, I'm traveling all over the country. I'm traveling all over the state of Florida. I am hanging out in cigar lounges, smoking cigars, I drink a lot of coffee. Everyone knows I drink more coffee than I do scotch and whiskey when I'm out and about. And then some of I like to put a little whiskey in my coffee. So, but neither here or there. So no, sir. Dealing with the brick and mortars, I said I would do the show from the road, right? Cigar Rep on the road, Ray Cigar Enthusiast, the Cigar Rep on the road, and work with it. But the truth is, being in the lounges and realizing real quick that whether they want to do business with me or not didn't matter. They also they were afraid if I did this show on there, I would call them out. I'd embarrass them, right? I would say something negative that would maybe turn off a customer from going there that knows me or is associated with me one way or another. So it became even more difficult for me to do Cigar Enthusiast.
What's the difference between, you see, I as an owner, if you had you in the shop, I'd say, yeah, go for it, because you can bash me whether you're in the shop or not in the shop.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
you know, that makes no sense to me. You know, I mean.
Yep.
I mean, now you can call it whoever it was. Now you can call whoever it was and ask for just not even allowing you to do it. You know, to me, it's free advertising.
I still won't do that.
No.
But I wish I could say there's few and in between. There's not so many people like that, but it's not true. There's a lot of shop owners, which I even respect, people I look up to. You know, one day I want to open up a cigar lounge. Is something I'm planning on doing in the very near future. And I realize, as much as I look up to that guy, as much as I took advice from him in the past and, this, that, and the other, I don't want to be like him, right? I don't want to be like her. And these aren't, and I'm not talking about the big guys. I'm talking about these little shops, right? Little shops, 1,000, 15, 1,600 square feet shops that I'm like, wow, man, they've made it. They've done something, right? I don't want a big, giant shop. I would like something small I can call my own. So trying to learn from these guys the last couple of years and realizing real quick, I don't want to be like that, I don't want to be that guy that's always chasing the money and you forget about the dream. You forget about this right here, right? So today I'm smoking the GTO La Cura by Oscar Rodriguez.
You're freezing up, dude.
Can you hear me?
Oh, that's my favorite Oscar. That's my favorite Rodriguez cigar. And I'm smoking the GTO Don Emilio, which was my #1 GTO until he came out with the La Cura.
So you sent me this cigar. As a matter of fact,
they're out. They're sold out.
Here, let me throw that over there.
Oh, you shaved your head again a little bit. Cut it down.
I'm letting the hair grow out.
Huh.
There we go. And the beard's coming back. Yeah. Beard's coming back, bro.
I had to shave. She made me shave for a little bit, so I shaved some of it off. So let me, and I understand all that, with the being a rep is not an easy thing, especially when there's not a lot of shops around.
You're an ambassador. And, you're doing the same thing.
I know you dream of. Well, I was going to ask you about that because I rep for GTO and Stody Road Cigars, but I'm an ambassador for Karen Berger, and it's definitely different. But I'm really trying to find the fine line difference between ambassador and rep. Okay, ambassador, reps, you get paid for the amount of bundles or boxes or however you set the deal up with the manufacturer to get reimbursed for, working for him, or salary. It all depends, right? Some ambassadors just get an expense account and they get samples to hand out. Bring some cigars in with you. You give them, you pass them out to the customers. Say, here, try these. But an ambassador is not, from my understanding, not tied to the same rules as a rep. I'm just I'm just a personal guy giving shit out. I ain't being paid by the manufacturer.
Right.
I
don't know. For me, what an ambassador does is no different than what I do or what I've seen reps doing in the field. All of your people are ambassadors. For Karen Berger, for example, that I'm aware of. They're out there hustling, right? I run into one of them in the field, and you're building brand recognition. That's what our job as a rep is build brand recognition. I don't look at my job, Bones, as I need to go out there and sell. I'm not a Kirby salesman anymore. And by the way, I sold Kirby's when I was a kid. I was 16 years old in 11th grade selling Kirby's door to door. I'm not a salesman, right? When I walk into shops, my ultimate goal is to build brand recognition. Do I ask for the sale while I'm there? Of course. Hey, you want to buy a box? Do you want to, do you want a bundle? Do you want this? Do you want that? But at the end of the day, a lot of these shops don't know who I am or don't know the brand, right? You got to build relationship with the customer. You got to build relationship with the store. You got to visit a dozen times. And maybe on that 13th time that they've smoked a cigar with you, and now that they're getting to know you, they're excited to see you, and they want to sit down and hang out. They want to herf. Then they're like, you know what? I like you.
You're coming in and out now because of the internet, man. Welcome, Kerr.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah, I'm healthy and upright. That's a fact.
I'm going to bounce out, and I'm going to try something.
What?
Give me a second.
Yeah, you're breaking up. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Folks that are on, Ray's going to step out for a second, come back, but I want to thank some sponsors for the show. GTO Cigars, Montgomery, Alabama, Doc Rodriguez. Remember, those who know smoke GTO. His phone number is 334-538-2949. Give him a call. He'll get you what you need. And another sponsor of the show is StogiePress.com. Get all the information you need on reviews and flyers and everything.
Can you hear me better now, Bones?
And before I go any further, I do want to say, absolutely. My thoughts and prayer with Boston Jimmy from Stogie Press. His mother-in-law passed away a few days ago, and he headed up to New England, I think, somewhere New England, New York, to go to the funeral. But he's also, did you see that contest he won regional-wise?
I did. I did. That was
Rocky
great.
Patel, Long Smoke, whatever. That's pretty freaking cool, ain't it? I just say, well, I mean, how hard can that be to smoke take as long as you can? But you got all these rules you got to know, and you can't break the ass for the first 40 minutes and blah blah. And there's so many different rules to follow. Now he's going up, I think, next week or next weekend or within the next 2 weeks up to nationals. In Pennsylvania, and he win. If you win that, you win a trip to Croatia, a full expense paid trip to Croatia.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
How cool is that?
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. But
he's going up. He's going up to drop my other. He's going up against some great guys. Fred Rui also won the competition over at Corona, so he'll be there. Really? Yeah. Nick, is it Nick Parada? How do you say his name? I'm horrible. If I look it up, I'll probably get it right. But Nick also won. So yeah, go buddy. And Bones is out, and I'm still here. So
I like to see shit like that. I think it's pretty cool. What was I going to say?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool.
Welcome, Jason. Welcome, Ben. Kevin Corbley's welcome. And yes, I'm upright. I'm breathing. I wasn't going to come on the show, but Ray talked me into it. I was going to take a week off.
I talked you into it.
Ray, I'm going to do next week on the 30th. Yeah, I'm going to do. I do miss it. I know. I really do miss it. I'm going to do next week, but then the following week on the 6th, I'm off because I'll be in Omaha. Now I might just do a show from a cigar shop up there. I told the wife, and she's okay with that. And then I'll be back on the 13th for good. And the 5.5 Flags Virtual Cigar Lounge comes back on the 14th. We took a month and a half off. But yeah. So you think there's? I don't think there's that much of a difference between a rep and a ambassador. Like I said,
not from what I see.
Right. I as an ambassador, but I told him, first shit, I've been doing this since March for them, and I haven't submitted a report. He's like, "You got no expenses?" I said, "Dude, I'm going to these places anyway, and they're local. I stop off at one, which is about 35 minutes away, but I stopped off there on the way back because I was going to the shooting range. So why am I going to charge them for gas and mileage? I'm going to the range anyway. I'm just not like, growing up in the military, it's a lot of integrity. I'm not going to reap them for money that I don't need to. It's just now if they want me to make a trip to northern Mississippi, which I'm going to do once we open up again a little. We got kind of bogged down again on base because they're trying to tell us COVID's not really big on base anymore, but yet they got us wearing a mask in every freaking building. They got us doing this. They got doing that. Every day I go in I went to work this morning. I drove through the gate, and the line from the hospital all the way down the main gate was like a half a mile long to go get COVID tested. So you can't tell me people there's nothing going on. There's something's up. But being a rep to me takes a lot of time. It's a lot of shopping and doing this. I work full time, and to try and be a rep for multiple companies, I can't travel as much. Restricted on what I can do right now. Now, when I retire, which might be come back from the personnel. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. JB.
Yeah, you froze again, and I froze now. It's the weather, man.
So there's
September 11th is a big day, man.
September 11th.
I know this is what vet that you are, and you've been there. What did you think about the way everything went down in Afghanistan?
Afghanistan is a big cluster right now. I feel like everything was done backwards. Everything was done backwards, man. Look, whether it be Iraq or Afghanistan,
but, they got to help themselves too, to a point.
To some point, yeah, to some extent. But either Iraq or Afghanistan, we weren't meant to be there forever. The idea wasn't to set up bases there and soldiers are there forever. That wasn't the plan. That changed because the fact of the matter is, look what's happening right now. You pull out the troops, somebody else is moving in. Somebody stronger is going to move in. And that's just facts, right? That's why we never pulled out from Iraq or Afghanistan. We can't. Another regime will just take over, whether it be the Taliban or anybody else. So, there's no I don't look, I don't know if there's ever going to be a solution there, but I think what's going on right now is ass backwards. We're talking about pulling out troops by August 31st, but you just activated the 82nd Airborne Division to send to Afghanistan. So,
right.
Everything's back.
People. It makes no sense.
Yeah. There's a way to evacuate. You evacuate the civilians, and then there's an order. It just didn't happen the right way. I'm not against leaving. Okay. I live in America. The country I fought for is right here. I did my duty. Our soldiers have done their duty. But I believe there's a way to do it,
It could have been done better. I mean, I'm no military strategist by any means, but I'm like you. You secretly get your civilians out of there. They didn't have to know they were leaving, and then you go from there. But just to see the way it happened, it's heartbreaking. Yeah. It really is heartbreaking. I never got to go, and thank God I didn't. But I praise everybody that has been there for doing what they do. But something needed to happen, but I don't think it happened the right way. But um, it's 20 years, man.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm one of many that has a story to tell for 9/11. Since JB brought it up, um, what's up, house guest in the house? What's up, brother? Hope all is well. So, like I said, I'm one of many people that was part of 9/11. I
You
was
know
in
who
the
that is,
building.
right?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I was in the building. I was in the World Trade Center. I tell my story every year. Which my goal, the idea was that we're all going to do a show together again, like we did last year, and commemorate it. I was actually supposed to be in New York September 11th. My brother and all my high school buddies were all supposed to be getting together that weekend, and we changed it because September 11th. We're going to actually do it the following weekend, but the idea was to do a show. I don't usually work September 11th.
Sorry,
I
folks,
mourn
but
in
there's a
my own
storm in
way.
both places in Florida and here.
And I like to tell my story. I like people to hear, what happened that day, not just what you see on TV, hearing it from somebody else. And this year, that might change. So, working with Tarazona Cigars has, as it takes up a lot of time, and we set up events all over the place. We set up events all the time. We have events going on in, I think, Pittsburgh, 9/11. We have events in Tennessee on 9/11 on that Saturday. And that was, I believe, at request of the Brick and Mortars. I really don't know. It's just, this is, working as a rep like any job. It's like any job, right? Shit rolls downhill. So, the higher echelon in the company tells me where I need to be, what I need to do, and that's it.
We do what we're told to do.
That's it.
And I don't have a problem.
Kind of. Kind of.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I lost a lot of friends, from high school friends. They were either brokers up top, firemen and or policemen, and it was a sad day for this country, and it always will be. And people have to remember that. They can't forget that. They can't forget what happened that day. I know everybody needs to move on, but there's a way to move on. I don't know. It gets kind of sad when you think about it, man. Riding to Shanksville. Have no idea who's going to Shanksville. Facebook user.
I know who that is.
Log out. Click on the down below where it says "Let StreamYards do your thing." What do you got plans in the future? What's the big plans in the future for CE?
All right. So when you and I first, I've known you for going on 2 years now, if not more, but about 2 years. First,
at least, yeah.
Since you brought that up, I want to say thank you to everyone that sent me messages. When we posted that I was going to be coming on Bones today, almost like this little floodgate opened up, and people were posting on the post itself. I was getting messages through Facebook asking me if I was going to come back again full time, if I was going to do Cigar Enthusiast, that they've missed me, and it made me feel really good. Be honest with you. I love doing this. I love being able to talk to you, talk to the guys, the ladies out there, our sisters and brothers of the Leaf. I love to spread information about the cigar industry, right? And I'm blessed that I work for a company where I can travel and visit all these places. But even if I wasn't working for Tarazona Cigars, Bones, I'd be using my own money to do it anyway. I was doing it before. I'll do it again. And honestly, I miss doing this. I'd like to come back and do some shows with you like we had spoken about in the past, and vice versa, do some CE shows together and get everybody back together again. Get the band back together again.
Well, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
Oh, I know, brother. I know it.
We got a lot of nice compliments at the BCA on the show. It's not. I definitely don't claim to be a cigar aficionado. I just like cigars. I always say I smoke what I like. I like what I smoke. If I like it, I'll buy. I'll tell you, I like it. I'll buy it again. If I don't like it, I'm not going to buy it again. But I'll always give a cigar a second chance. Because I smoked one the other day that I got from the BCA. Because they still had it on in my package. They gave it to Mort. He bought everything down for me, the swag bag, all of that. There was a cigar in there that I personally would not buy again, smoke again, but have to give it a second try. It could just been a bad cigar out of a match. You don't know. Like you, I won't say which one it was. Chicks and Sticks signs on. Welcome, Chicks.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching right now, heard from who?
Melanie
Cisco?
No, the what is her last? I'm not sure about her last name. Down in Florida, down around Miami, cuts hair.
Michelle.
What did I say?
Melanie.
Oh, maybe I didn't say Michelle. Okay. I did say Melanie, didn't I? I meant Michelle. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, we're all about supporting everybody, man. So get on YouTube, get on Facebook and Instagram. Check out Chicks and Sticks online. Check out the shows that she does. They're fantastic. She's a wonderful person, and she supports the industry 100%. And out in California, there's a different vibe with cigars. I got to see it firsthand, but if you follow any of these, if you follow Chicks and Sticks, you'll see it. But if you follow anybody that lives in California, when they're going to these cigar events, they're completely different than the ones here. For me, in Florida and other states that I visited, they do it completely different, man. But her story and what she brings to the table is by far some of the greatest podcasting I've seen. So I'm really proud of her and what she's doing. Keep up the great work, sweetheart. And please, guys, don't forget to look it up. Chicks and Sticks.
On Instagram too. She has some nice posts out there. I missed her
Instagram,
birthday.
Facebook, YouTube.
She did a birthday special, but I was in the hospital, so I couldn't log in. I probably could have, but I just want to get out of the freaking bed.
Yeah, but I'll be coming back, brother. We're going to be doing some work together real soon.
Good. I still want to do a show strictly with veterans on
I know
their whole journey and what they why they started, how they started, what they're doing.
I've got guys lined up for you already, man. I told you. There's a couple of vets that smoke cigars that are obviously in my circle, guys I served with, people that I meet all over the state traveling, that would be more than happy to jump on.
Right.
And
we'll do that probably in the month of September.
Yeah, and a couple of brand owners that are also veterans that are willing to jump on. Somebody like absolutely. David Blanco.
He was up there.
Yep.
I believe.
We can talk about, good guy, good friend now.
And I smoked that cigar. That cigar was, that was a fantastic cigar. Oh, I got to show you something. Look at this. I had this guy, he's a brother of the Leaf, Dan Morton out of Kentucky, and he makes keychains.
Mm-hmm. Can you see it? One of us is frozen.
It looked like a little cigar with the sticker on it. And then he did one for No Bones About It. I got to send you some of these. He actually did about 50 of these for me. I had
Hey guys, if you guys can hear me, Bones and I are both dealing with a storm. The weather here where I'm at sucks, and I believe it's storming by Bones. So please bear with us, and I apologize. Can you guys hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up or say hi to me. I can't tell which one of us is on or off. Okay.
Do we?
Bones, are you back?
Oh, oh, there we go.
Yep.
Yep. Here.
I've got this. You sent me this.
So tell me how's Oh, I got that keychain. Yeah, but I want to send you a couple of these too. And do that. I just got to box stuff up. I got like 3-4 boxed up yesterday. I need to mail out. But how's the wife doing?
I'm not married.
Yeah, you are.
Fuck no. Listen, it's listen, it's absolutely no secret, and anyone that tries to call me out on it knows. I don't plan on getting married, brother. That's not in my cards.
Oh, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I always said the wife and I both said we never do it again.
Yeah,
it's just, it is what it is. But my daughter, she ain't getting married. She said, I don't need anybody. I got my own. I got my own money, my own person. I don't need nothing. But I see you doing a lot of riding with Gabriel. I know you're spending time with him, man. Good.
Yeah, my life revolves around my son.
You gonna teach him how to ride?
Hell yeah! I almost bought him a motorcycle today.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I almost bought my son a motorcycle today. I was looking online.
I'm gonna be a grandfather.
No, you did not, bro. Congratulations.
He's the baby.
That's awesome. Good news.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Can't go Syria though. The country's closed, so it'll be a couple of years before we can get over there.
All right. No, congrats, man. That's fantastic.
I got Skype. I got Facebook. I got all that.
Yeah, but it's different, man. You want to be able to hold the kid.
Oh, absolutely. But dude, that's a 17-hour flight. That's a long. That's a long day in an airplane.
No, Gabriel, my son, he's doing fantastic, man.
It's ruining everything. Later, Mike. Yeah, this is gonna be a one cigar show for me. I got to cut down. I can't smoke too much, man. If I smoke 2-3 cigars a day, that adds up, man.
Yeah. No. I
did get I finally got my humidor in before
fantastic.
about a month.
The one your wife bought you. I don't know. I think he's out. I'm still in. All right. You guys, he's dealing with a bad storm.
I definitely don't have 2,000 cigars. I know that. But
hey,
I got more than
on my side. You keep jumping in and out.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing here, and you freeze up every now and then. So I don't. It's the weather.
Yeah.
There he goes again. But I will be back next week, and I'm going to have on the show, on the 5.5 Legs first, a John Canali, I think is how you pronounce it. He's developed a app, kind of like what's it called? Myash. Hold on, Myash.com, I think it is, and it allows you. Hold on a second. Bookmark. Folks, go to myashcigar.com and sign up. It's like a smoke locator. Where if you're looking for a certain cigar, you find it. Lounges where they're located. You get to keep track of your stuff, your flavor profile, and all that. And it's a really neat little app that he's
Isn't it like that Leaf one?
doing right now. It's up and running, but he's fine tuning it a little bit more. Kind of, sort of, but to me, it's more navigable, or it's easier to navigate.
User friendly. User friendly.
The other ones. I mean, it's completely different than Stogie. Yes, it's very user friendly. It's completely different than StogieLives.com, which is just another like Facebook application. Allows you to do all your cigar stuff on there, talk, do whatever without the censorship of Facebook. But he'll be on the show, and then we're gonna have the owner of Humidimeter on in a couple weeks.
Yep.
Which is a great product if you ever used it. Have you got one? I love it. Keep it in my travel humidor.
I have
and it works perfect. But and they have another product that goes with it. That's like a calibrator. It'll recalibrate your humidimeter whenever you need to, which is pretty cool.
So somebody has invited me to go to Plant City during 9/11, and that weekend I have my son. My son is going to be with me. So when my kid's with me, I don't do anything. I dedicate my time 100% to him. But also because it is 9/11, personally, I don't really like to do too much, guys. I usually go to a 9/11 memorial locally in town, whether it be Orlando or if I can ride my bike somewhere. And the plan was to do something with my kid that day and then do a show, right? Let me tell you something briefly, and I don't want to get too deep into it because, I do have PTSD. My PTSD isn't like, everyone's PTSD is a little bit different. Mine, it's anxiety. Okay. It's this. My PTSD puts me back in combat, guys. It doesn't, I don't have that fight or flight response like most people. I just have a fight response. And, I want to jump in and help, or I want to punch somebody in the throat. And it's sometimes really difficult to control. And I joke about it, with family and very close friends. When my anxiety starts to kick in, it's almost like the Hulk, right? If you watch the movies, he loses control a little bit, and he's always, especially with the newer ones, right? That struggle to keep it all in, and that's me when my anxiety kicks in. That's why I don't watch the news too much,
hard,
especially when it has to do with everything going on in Afghanistan, because I want to respond, right? And I can't. I recently got triggered, and that trigger was somebody I was talking to was being very, in my eyes, okay, how it made me feel was that they weren't being sensitive to how a veteran has PTSD or the anxieties that a veteran has, or, those feelings that we have, right? And it pissed me off to the point where walking away from everything made more sense to me than not. But then it takes me weeks. It takes me weeks to shut it down. Weeks, not like a day or two. Weeks. Like I can't shut it down. There's not enough cigars, not enough alcohol for me to just say, okay, it's time to relax. My only saving grace is my son. My son brings me so much joy and so much happiness that he's my safety blanket. That kid's my, these babies, they have their little safety blankets and they sleep with it and all that. That's my kid to me. He calms me down. But
there's nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that
so
at all.
Talking about it,
I like it.
He's awesome. Gabriel's amazing. 9/11 to me, what it represents isn't just an attack on our country. I lost a soldier that day. You know, we were all working in the World Trade Center. We lost a soldier that day. We lost people we worked with that day. I got to see firsthand, you know, people falling out of the buildings. You know, I got to see firsthand the second plane hit. I got to see firsthand the people running down the stairs because we were running in, right? We were running in with the fire department. We were running in with NYPD. I got to see firsthand the towers both go down, just feet away from me. You know, I should have been there, and I'm here today. And by, you know, whatever grace, if you believe in God or whatever, I'm here. And it's got to be for a reason, right? So it all hits me pretty hard. And that day in particular, and then after that, the moments after that, the weeks after that, you know, one of my best friends who I served in country, that I served in the World Trade Center with, somebody I served in country with, she was my best friend. And this woman died of cancer not long ago, right? And all of my memories of her started 9/11. Yeah, thank you. 9/11, you know, when I was so dirty and filthy that she came up to me and she gives me, her name is Emmy, by the way, and Emmy gives me a pair of sweatpants and a sweatshirt that she got from so there was a lot of volunteers there giving out food, giving out clothes, you know, because people weren't going home. We were working. She gives me a pair of sweatpants, a sweater so I could change and get back to work, right? That's my first memory of her. I still have those sweatpants in the other room. I wear them to sleep, you know? I can't get rid of them. So it's just 9/11 led me to do all the things I did in combat. You know, it led to that. It led to war. You know, as a young kid in my 20s, not understanding really what war was. We all joined the military knowing we would have to go to war at some point, but you never see it, right? There's these big gaps of time where nobody really goes to war. You don't see it. But being there, seeing it, doing things that you were trained to do. And although everyone deals with it differently, right? Some people have nightmares. Some people can't sleep. Some people, you know, you get fucked up in the head one way or another. You can't keep relationships, etc. We all have something that we took with us. We all have something we left behind. We all lost a piece of ourselves, and we never got that back, you know? So
yeah.
When
I can understand.
9/11.
I don't know how you feel. I really don't.
I tend not to do too much.
I can definitely understand it. No, you should. That's your way to deal with it, man. You got to deal with what gets you through the day. You know. Now it's warming up in the garage. Warming up. I'm good, man. If you're good, unless you want to keep on going.
I'm good, brother.
Okay. We can call it a night. I appreciate you coming on and filling in for me and starting it up. I'll be good to go next week. I'll start doing my research again, get ready for next week. And if you want, you know, you're welcome on anytime. Just sign on and bring you right on. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Cigar Enthusiast will be coming back. Be ready.
I'm glad. Thanks, Ray.
All right, amigo.
Thanks, everybody, for signing on. Much appreciated. All right. Take care, man. Tell Gabriel and Jess I say hello.
I will do. Everyone stay classy, stay smoky. Peace.
Yep.